it's the Frugal Chef. Let's make some strawberry jam today. Strawberries are in season, they're delicious, nice and sweet, nice and cheap. So let's make some jam. It'll be part of our frugal gifts from your kitchen. And what more delicious than some strawberry jam for our friends? There's a few tips I want to give you before we start making our jam, okay? The most important one is you have to have everything ready because it's going to happen fast. We're going to use pectin and you're not going to have time to start measuring your sugar and all that, okay? So I really want you to have all your ingredients ready before we start. Another thing is, if you're going to preserve these, most probably your bottles or your jars are going to have to be hot, okay? Please read the instructions of what you're using and do what you're supposed to do, okay? I am using mason jars, so I'm getting them prepared. I have them in this big pot. I have the jars here, and I have my lids in a little pot on the side. I want them to be hot. I don't want them boiling really hard. I just want them to be hot because when I put the hot jam in them, I don't want the jar to crack, okay? So let's start. Let me show you what we need, and let's make some jam. Okay, for this recipe, you are going to need 5 cups of mashed strawberries. That's about 8 cups of whole strawberries. What I did is I washed them, I hulled them, and then I cut them in half, and in a pie plate, I put a single layer and I mashed them with this, with a potato masher, okay? I want you to measure them a cup at a time until you have 5 cups. Again, it's about 8 cups of whole strawberries, okay? You're also going to need 7 cups of sugar. And you're going to need 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, and we're going to use balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar really enhances the flavor of berries. So we have 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar here. Okay, in order for us not to have to stir this forever and ever, we're going to use pectin. Pectin comes in 49 or 57 grams, okay? This particular one is a 49 gram pouch. It doesn't matter which one. Your jam, it's not going to affect your jam. So use whatever you can find. This is enough today, 49 grams, okay? So, okay, let's get ready. What I need to do now is to start this boiling, and we're gonna let it boil. I'm gonna be stirring it. I'm going to go ahead and add my pectin in here. Okay, and my lemon juice, and my balsamic vinegar. And I do wanna whisk this until it's dissolved nicely inside my, my strawberries, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is bring this to a boil. Okay guys, this is starting to boil. It's on high heat. I've been moving it pretty constantly, and it's starting to come to a boil. Okay? As soon as it starts boiling hard, I'm going to dump in my sugar. Mix it really well, and then it has to come back to a really hard boil, and I have to stir it for 1 minute, and we're done. So, it's really not that hard. The longest I took was getting the strawberries mashed and prepared. You know, go to thefrugalchef.com for this recipe and all of our recipes for that matter. Don't forget to go to that website. It's full of recipes that are frugal, they're healthy, they're fun to make. Some are easy, some are not, but it's full of recipes. Come on over, and I'm sure you're going to be surprised. You're going to find all kinds of recipes there. Not all our recipes on thefrugalchef.com are video, so you'll find a lot of stuff that you can't see on YouTube. Okay, so now I'm just going to dump my sugar all the time. This is, of course, getting hard because it's thick. We're going to mix it well. And so, I'm going to be stirring this constantly until it comes back to a boil, and then I'm going to boil it hard for a whole minute, stirring, and then we'll turn it off, skim the foam, and jar it. So, I'll be right back. Okay guys, this is rolling, it's boiling really hard. It's almost been a minute since it came to that boil, and I've been stirring it. So we'll finish our minute. One thing I didn't tell you is, you will preferably use a very heavy pan for this, okay? If it's stainless steel, that's better. This is my favorite pan in the world. This is what I use for everything. So, and it's nice and heavy. But you want a heavy one because otherwise your sugar can burn. Okay, so our minute is almost up here. We're going to turn this off, and we're going to skim off the foam, and then we'll put it in our jars. Done. Okay, so I'm turning off the heat, and now we're going to skim that foam. See the foam there? You don't want that. So just skim it off. Alright, so let's get ready to bottle this, okay? Let me finish taking off all this foam and we'll bottle it. Now this is really hot, so be careful not to burn yourself, okay? Ideally, you know, people that do this all the time, they have canning funnels and stuff. I don't. I'm just doing this to have some gifts and to, well, take advantage of these beautiful strawberries. So I'm just going to ladle it in very carefully so that I don't burn myself. Now you're going to want to leave about 1/4 of an inch of room up the top. So, okay, that's about right. Now I'm going to use my rubber spatula and I'm just going to go around this a couple times just to take out all the air, okay? There we go. Work on a cloth, and again, be very careful not to burn yourself. You're working with hot glass and hot everything here. So I don't have to clean this. I did a pretty good job. Now I'm going to seal it. And as I said, I'm going to return these to the pot. I'm going to cover them. I left the hot water in there. I'm going to cover them with, you know, enough hot water, and then once it starts boiling, I'm going to let it boil for 10 minutes. I want to show you, I got 5 jars. They're still hot, okay? 5 of these, and then I decided I'm going to keep the rest in my fridge because I know that we're going to eat it fast. So I just went ahead and heated this one that I have and filled it up. This one I'm just going to let cool down, and then I'll cover it and put it in the refrigerator. These I'm going to process like I told you. Okay, my friends, there you have it. From my kitchen to yours. My name is Marianne. I am the Frugal Chef, and I will see you soon.